In this video, we're going to look at the concept of trigonometry for the maths exam. Alright, we basically focus on trig formulas, how to apply trig formulas to solve problems involving trigonometry. Alright, so at the end of the video, I'll give you guys a practice question to test some knowledge on this. Okay, having known this, let's go into the details of this video. Okay, now let me draw a right angle triangle to show you sides of a right angle triangle, what it is called. Okay, now let me draw this. Okay, let's say this is a right angle triangle. All right, now the longest side is usually called the hypotenuse. All right, this side below the base of the triangle is usually called the adjacent, whereas this side is usually the opposite. All right, the short form is H, short form is A, capital H, capital A, and short form is capital O. All right, now basically trig formulas, we have trig formulas to be where you want to find the, let's say you want to find sine theta or sine x is opposite over hypotenuse. All right, now cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. All right, we have tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, now basically you don't need to memorize these respective formulas. Okay, all you have to do is to know this acronym. We call the acronym SO CA SOA. All right, where SO is the side aspect of the triangle, which is opposite over hypotenuse. All right, this O is opposite, this H is hypotenuse. Then we have the CA, which is the cos aspect of the triangle, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. The A is the adjacent, and the H is the hypotenuse, and we have the SOA, which is the tan aspect of the triangle. The O is the opposite, and the A is the adjacent. All right, so basically this acronym is very, very important for you to do well in this science of trigonometry. So make sure you commit it into memory. It's very, very simple. So with it, you'll be able to get these formulas and solve your questions straightforward. All right, now having known this, let's look at the practice math question and see if we can apply SOHCAHTOA to solve such a problem. Okay, now note again that in this right angle triangle, since we will be looking for the angle theta, so your theta is usually here, theta x. Okay, or the theta can also be up here, okay, x. All right, so it depends on the question you have. All right, okay, having known this, let's wipe this now. Look at practice math question on this. Okay guys, now let's look at this question. It says find the length b in the triangle shown to three significant figures. All right, now the first thing you have to do is to label the size. All right, this is our hypotenuse, this is our opposite, and this is our adjacent. Okay, so from this value we have our opposite to be 15 meter. All right, we have our theta or x to be, okay, theta to be 35 degrees, the angle. Okay, now from this formula, SOHCAHTOA, all right, let's determine the one we're going to use, whether it's SOHCAH or TOA. Okay, from these parameters we have the opposite, and we're looking for the adjacent. Now this shows us that we're going to use TOA because TOA has opposite and what adjacent, because is this TOA that will give us what we want, because it involves the parameters in this question. Okay, so TOA, which is tan theta, equals opposite over what? Adjacent. So when you plug in a value, you're going to have tan 35 degrees equals opposite is what? 15 over adjacent. Use x to represent it. So when you cross multiply, you're going to have x tan 35 degrees equals what? 15. Now to make x the subject formula, write both sides by tan 35. Okay. All right. So this is degrees. Okay. So this we cancel. So that means our adjacent, our x will now be 15 over tan 35. So when you punch it on a calculator, it's going to give you 21.4222201. Okay, we're asked to leave it or show it in three significant figures. All right, so to trace significant figures, it's going to be this is significant, this is significant, this is also significant. All right, now this 2 is not up to 5 after this 4, so you not approximate this 2 here. Okay, so the answer will now be 21.4. We have to find a length. The unit is meter. Okay, so this will be the answer to this question. It's as simple as that, guys. Now let's solve one more practice math question on this before I give you the one you solve by yourself. So let's wipe this. Okay, guys, now let's look at this question. It says find the angle x in this triangle to one decimal place. All right, now looking at this triangle, you can see that the length of this place equals the length of this place. This shows that this is what? A isosceles triangle. All right, so basically you split it down the middle to get a right angle triangle. Okay, so we're going to split it down the middle like this, a straight line. Okay, so we're going to get a right angle triangle at this place. Okay, now we now have this half of the triangle to be this, so you can choose to draw it here. Okay, all right, so we now have 25 meter here. All right, now half of 30 is 15 meter, and we're looking for x. So what are we going to apply? We have 2 car. So all right, so from this is our hypotenuse, this is our opposite, this is our adjacent. So we have hypotenuse and adjacent respectively, and we're looking for x. So we are going to make use of, from these parameters we have, this will tell us that we are going to make use of car. All right, car has both adjacent, this one, and hypotenuse. So that's cos theta. We're looking for x, the theta, the angle there will be adjacent over hypotenuse. All right, so which will give us our adjacent is what? 15 over our hypotenuse is what? 25. All right, so to make theta the subject formula, you divide both sides by cos. Okay, now theta will now be cos inverse of 15 over 25. Okay, so when you punch it on your calculator, you're going to have 53.13010. All right, you keep having your current decimals. So since we are asked to leave it to one decimal place, this 3 after 1 is not up to 5, so you will not approximate this 3 here. So the answer will be 53.1 degrees. All right, so that will be the answer to this question. It's as simple as that, guys. Now let me wipe this and give you guys a practice question on trigonometry, so that you can do it yourself and see if you have understood this topic. Okay, so let's wipe this. Okay, guys, now look at this question. It says find the value of x and give your answer to one decimal place. All right, now feel free to pause this video and see if you can attempt this very simple question. Okay, let's do it together. Now let's label the parts. So this is our hypotenuse, this is the opposite, this is the adjacent. All right, and we have so on. All right, so in this question we have the opposite and the adjacent. That means we are going to work with tan. Alright, the two are so tan theta equals what? Opposite over adjacent. Okay, now when you plug in the values, tan theta will be, we have the opposite to be 6.2 over 12.1. Alright, so to make theta the subject formula, you divide both sides by tan. Alright, so theta will now be tan inverse of 6.2 over 12.1. Okay, so when you punch tan inverse of 6.2 over 12.1 the calculator, you're going to have it to be 27.1304. You keep having your coin decimals. Alright, since we asked to leave it to one decimal place, this 3 is not up to 5, we now approximate it to 1. So our answer will be 27.1 degree. Alright, so that will be the answer to this question. Now, note that if you are confused with what happened here, you can choose to break this down. First, 6.2 divided by 12.1. So when you do it to the calculator, you're going to have 0.5123. Keep having your current decimal. Let's stop at this point. Alright, so it will now be this over tan. Now, this over tan is something as tan inverse of 0.51239. Alright, so when you punch it on the calculator, you still get back to this answer. Okay guys, so before we call it a class, let's look at one more interesting math practice question on this. Alright, this is the kind of question you will see in your math exam under trigonometry. Alright, so let's write this and look at one more practice question. Okay guys, now let's look at this question. This is a very interesting question. It says a 3.2 ladder is leaning against a vertical wall. It is at an angle of 68 degrees to the horizontal ground. How far does the ladder reach up the wall? Give your answer to 3 significant figures. Now feel free to pause this video and see if you can reason this answer out. Alright, it's simple, logical, so give it an attempt. Okay, let's do it together. Firstly, the question says a 3.2 ladder. Now, if a ladder is leaning on a wall, alright, let's say this is a wall, alright. Now, a ladder is leaning on this wall. Okay, let me draw that shape well. Okay, a ladder is leaning on this wall. Okay, this is a ladder. Now, it makes an angle of 68 degrees to the horizontal ground. So we have 68 degrees here. Now this is a right angle triangle. Okay, now the ladder, a 3.2 ladder, so this should be 3.2. Okay, now ladder. All right, let's put the meter. Let's measure the meter, the length of the ladder. All right, 3.2 ladder is leaning against the vertical wall. Right, it is at an angle of 68 degrees to the horizontal ground. So I'm looking for how far the ladder will reach up the wall. So this is the wall. This vertical line is the wall. So we're looking for the length. Alright, how far the ladder will reach up the wall. Alright, so from this, our acronym SOCA, SOA. Alright, so from this, we have the hypotenuse, which is this label is hypotenuse, opposite and adjacent to be 3.2, and we are dealing with the opposite, which is x, alright, unknown. So from this we're going to work with so that means sin theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. Alright, so when you plug in the values, remember our theta is 68 degrees, so going to give us sin 68 equals the opposite we are looking for, x over the hypotenuse is what, 3.2. Alright, so we cross multiply. Simply our x will be 3.2 times sin 68 degrees. So let me punch in the calculator and see what I'm going to have. Okay, so I have the value to be 2.96698. Let's stop at this place. All right, you keep having other values. All right, since we have to give your answer to trace significant figure. All right, this 2 is significant, this 9 is significant, this 6 is significant, because significant figure they stand for non-zero numbers. All right, so this 6, after this 6 here is up to 5, we approximate it as 1 and put it in this 6. So the final result will now be 2.97 meter. All right, so this will be the answer to this question. This is 2, okay, 2.97 meter. So that means x here, this length will be 2.97 meter. Okay, so it's as simple as that, guys. This is basically how I can deal with the problems involving trigonometry when applying the trig formulas. All right, so let's call the class here. I hope there's something interesting from this video. Now, if you are new to the channel, ensure you check the description of the video below for link to our Telegram channel. Click on it and join the Telegram channel for instant notifications. So you should subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Like, share, and comment on this video. Tell me how you feel for more to learn from this class. If you seem to have any specific questions regarding trigonometry and application of trig formulas, feel free to leave a question in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to give you a response. That's for this class, guys. Now click on the end screen above, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.